Polling is underway for the seventh and the final phase of India's parliamentary elections. The voters across 57 constituencies, these are in 8 states and a union territory, they are eligible to exercise their franchise in today's polling. And voting is taking place. This is in all the seats of Punjab. There are 13 seats there, 4 of them in Himachal Pradesh, 13 constituencies of Uttar Pradesh, 9 in West Bengal, 8 in Bihar, and 6 in Odisha, and there are 3 seats in Jharkhand besides the union territory of Chandigarh. The voting had begun at 7 in the morning and is scheduled to conclude at 6 in the evening. And polling for the remaining 42 assembly constituencies of the Odisha State Assembly too are going to the polls simultaneously. Counting of votes for everything is going to take place on the 4th of June. And the total voter turnout for the 7th and the final phase of the general elections, and this is till 3 p.m. local time, was 49.68% across all the states. 42.95% in Bihar, over 46.83% in Uttar Pradesh, and Himachal Pradesh had reported over 50%, in fact 58.41%. West Bengal 58.46%, Jharkhand 60.14%, Odisha 49.77%, Punjab had reported 46.38%, and Chandigarh had also crossed 50%, 52.61% reported till 3 p.m. And we are joined by our correspondents on the field. Deepika Mehto is joining us from Varanasi. Dibyendu Mondal is in Jadavpur, and Akshay Dongre is joining us from Kullu. Thanks very much for being with us. Deepika, what's the voting percentage like in Varanasi? And I mean, since it's a key constituency, Prime Minister's constituency, what's on the voters' minds?
Good evening, Mark. If you talk about the voting percentage as of 3 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time, it has already touched 48%. So we are expecting the 5 p.m. polling percentage to somewhere cross the 50% mark, which would be a very fair voter turnout, even in this scorching heat, because the sun is getting really hot. It is really humid indeed here, but still, since morning 6:30 a.m., we've seen a very good voter turnout. We showed our viewers the first visuals from Varanasi and how the voters were coming very excited. They were very excited to come out and vote. We saw many senior citizens, many first-time voters who also shared their experiences, and they have many issues in their mind, be it inflation, be it job opportunity, or be it praising the government on the grounds of development that they have witnessed overall in Kashi in the past 10 years. Keeping all these factors in mind, the voter turnout has been fair till now, which is 48% as of 3 p.m. and we are expecting it to cross beyond 50% by 5:30 p.m. The final figure would come after 6:30 or 7 o'clock. But till now, it looks like a very decent figure, because also considering the fact that this is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's constituency, and he's once again appealed all the voters. He posted a tweet at 7 o'clock today to appealing all the voters to go out in large numbers and create yet another record. So it remains to be seen whether that record will be created or not. But so far, considering the heat, the summerish situation here in Varanasi, the voter turnout has been really good, Mark.
Indeed. Let's go across to Dibyendu, who's in Jadavpur. Dibyendu, the West Bengal polling has always been high, and in fact, it's crossed 58% by 3 o'clock, and still quite a few hours left to go. So, I mean, are we likely to see the trend continuing, 78+% voting turnout? And also, if you put into context the kind of issues that are on the people's mind at this time?
Well, Mark, good evening. I'll take your first question first. Of course, there have been a high number of polling in Bengal ever since the first phase of elections here. And after about 6, now the 7th and the last phase of elections in Bengal, if you can see behind me the long queues, I'll just ask my camera person to pan and show you. The long queues is perhaps giving all of us perhaps a testament of the fact that how people in Bengal are enthusiastic about voting. They leave everything aside to come out of their homes and cast their vote. It's about 4:20 in the afternoon, but despite that, and today was a very hot and humid weather here in Bengal, but despite the many odds of temperatures, people have been queuing up in large numbers. There are 3 polling booths here, and in almost all the polling booths, the queues are as long as the one that you see behind me. So this is perhaps again a reminder that yes, Bengal is likely to once again see about 78 to 80% polling being recorded overall, even in the last phase of elections. And of course, Mark, for your second question on the issues, there are multiple issues that the people of Bengal have been talking about. We have been to several constituencies. I've covered Bengal over the last almost 3.5 phase, I would say, here in Bengal. So of course, the issues, particularly of employment, development, as well as industrialization, have been a key issue amongst most electorate that we have spoken about. This particular constituency of Jadavpur, where I am, is being fought by the Trinamool Congress's Shayani Ghosh, while on the other hand, the BJP's Anirban Ganguly is contesting. But historically, Jadavpur constituency has been a very stronghold of the CPIM. What we pick up from the ground in Jadavpur is that there are many still CPIM loyalists here in this particular this particular constituency. This is also the same constituency from where Buddhadev Bhattacharya, the former chief minister of the left of Bengal, used to contest. So of course, this has been a stronghold. So we can fairly say that in Jadavpur it would be a 3-corner fight between the left, the TMC and the BJP. So of course, it is these people behind me that are casting their mandate, and of course, we'll get to know about it on the 4th of June. Not much days left when the ballots will open and the results will be out for the people. In fact, for the candidates that have been waiting for very long, for about a month and a half, to know their fate. Yes, back to you.
Indeed, let's go across to Akshay Dongre. And indeed, Akshay, people have been waiting for a long time for this phase to come to an end. I mean, those who voted in the first phase on April 19 have been waiting as well. So when you've been covering almost all the phases as well, just like the Biendu. So put into context, the stretch of this election and how it's now coming to an end.
Well, absolutely, Mark. In fact, I started in Meghalaya. That was the first phase of general elections, then moved to Uttar Pradesh, from there to Bhopal, Hyderabad, to New Delhi as well, and now I'm here in Manali of Himachal Pradesh. In fact, as far as the voting percentage is concerned, this for the first time, in the middle of the day, I can feel that people are actually quite enthusiastic here, and the voting percentage has been somewhat satisfactory. In fact, along with the state of West Bengal and Jharkhand, Himachal is one of the best performing states as far as the voter turnout today is concerned. It is currently at 58.41%. That is almost at 60%. So other constituencies besides Mandi that has voted about where we are right now about 61%. Kangra is somewhere around 55%, and then the other 2 constituencies of Hamirpur and Shimla both around 58 to 57%. So quite a satisfactory number as far as the state is concerned, given the fact that this is a hilly terrain. Many people have to walk for long kilometers, trek mountains, and climb down mountains to reach to the polling booth. And in fact, I would like to show to our viewers the kind of environment we are in right now. In my left hand side there are these mighty Himalayas. This is a polling booth in the middle of this valley near Manali, near the Vashisht village. This is perhaps one of the highest polling booth among many others in the hilly region of the country. So this is the polling booth looking like right now, because most of the villagers here have already come early in the morning or till the afternoon and have cast their ballot, most of them at least. And now they are now involved in their day-to-day things. In fact, we spoke to many. They spoke about the requirement for people to, in fact, come out and vote in huge numbers. And especially it is important for a hilly state like Himachal Pradesh, which is, in fact, impacted by a lot of things, including climate change, including last year when we saw devastation because of flash floods that caused a lot of devastation in the state. So that is why people here are quite enthusiastic and quite interested in what they choose and who the next government will be, especially because it's not just the 4 Lok Sabha constituencies, but the stake of the future government of Himachal Pradesh also lies in this vote today because of the
Okay.
6 by-elections of the Legislative Assembly. Back to you.
Right, let's go across also to Amritpal Singh, who's in Chandigarh. Amrit, the seat of Chandigarh has been held by the BJP since 2014, but before that, for 3 terms, it was held by the Congress. So, I mean, it's pretty evenly balanced between the two parties. But this time there are new candidates in the fray from both parties. How do the people of Chandigarh, looking at this election and with just a few hours left for voting, I mean, they must probably, once again, I mean, as one who's been covering many phases, how do you view the end of this election?
It's a clear two-cornered fight in Chandigarh between the Congress's Manish Tiwari, a former union minister, and of course a relatively less leader with lesser profile, Sanjay Tandon of the BJP, but he's a local guy. He's risen through the ranks. He's contested municipal elections, etc. The thing here in Chandigarh is that they do not. It's a union territory. They do not have a legislative assembly. So you just have the MC, the municipal corporation, and then you have the MP poll. So his profile may not, compare to Manish Tiwari's, but he is a local guy. Manish Tiwari, though, is a Chandigarh. He studied in Chandigarh. He belongs to Chandigarh, but he's been, a Supreme Court lawyer, played a role in the national politics. He's been MP from Punjab in Ludhiana, and the last time around, he's a sitting MP, outgoing MP of Anandpur Sahib. It's an evenly balanced contest between the two. There is a core BJP vote here, which will go to Sanjay Tandon, but Manish has the advantage that Manish is getting the Congress's vote and also the Aam Aadmi Party vote, because the India bloc is fighting here, is contesting here unitedly. I mean, they're contesting as a coalition partners, unlike in Punjab where they are contesting against each other. So that's going in Manish's favor. It is, when you talk to people, it is quite an evenly balanced, because Kiran Kher was the MP from here of Chandigarh for the past 10 years. People thought she was an absent MP. She was a Bollywood star who would live in Bombay, hardly come to Chandigarh. So there is a certain anti-incumbency playing against the BJP. But all that said, there is a core BJP vote which still votes very passionately, and they're getting their carders out. So it is a strong contest here in Chandigarh. Mark.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much, Amritpal Singh, Akshay Dongre, Devendra Mondal, as well as Deepika Mehta. Thanks for joining us.